And welcome to Nancy's Neighborhood, and it's good to be back with you all today. And we have some exciting things to tell you about. I have two guests. One of them's going to share a little bit about summer camp and then another exciting event coming up. And then the other one is going to talk about summer camp and another exciting event that's coming up. So it's kind of one of those days when stay tuned and watch what we have happening. The very first guest is Connie Gaitlin, Cleveland City Ballet and Bangarang Productions.
Yes, ma'am.
And she has two things she wants to talk about, but I think we're going to start out with, this is the 25th anniversary of the Allied Arts Council of the Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce. So fill everybody in on that a little bit, Connie.
Well, for whatever reason, Cleveland kind of grew up without an arts council. And in 1993, the fellow who was the CEO at the chamber brought together a few people who were interested in the arts. And we worked through the year developing an arts council for the city and the county. And we started from scratch. We had nothing. We had no plans. We had no directives or board or members, but we began to work on that. And Nancy and I have been a part of this since the very beginning. Once to raise money, the first time we tried to raise a little money, we decided we would go rocking for the arts. And we interpreted that as being in the rocking chairs on the porch of the Cracker Barrel. We had people pledge $5, $10, whatever dollars an hour, and we would sit there and rock for 1 or 2 or 3 hours. We raised $500 and we were thrilled.
Absolutely thrilled.
Now, we have come a long way since that point in time. Shortly after we had put this group together and began the Arts Council, we developed a project called Cherry's Jubilee, and it is a project where unused, unclean, unwhatever pieces of furniture are revamped by volunteers and by artists, and Nancy has chaired this since its I think the second year. June actually began it. A local artist, June
Jennifer
Chase.
Krecklow did it one year.
There you go. But Nancy's been our cherry star. Anyway, in the time, this is Cherry's Jubilee number.
This will be 20 coming up in 18.
This is number 20. And we have put over $300,000 directly into the hands of Cleveland City and Bradley County teachers for projects that they use with their children, hands-on arts activities.
Actually, $427,000.
I've never been good with numbers.
That's okay.
Thank you for correction.
That's okay.
$427,000. Well, there are still a lot of people in Cleveland who don't know about the Arts Council.
Absolutely.
And what we do and how we go about doing it, and if they might want to be a part. We're celebrating our 25th anniversary. This year, 2017, going into 2018, we are celebrating year number 25, our silver anniversary. We kicked this off at the first Friday celebration, which was held June. The first Friday in June. We have 2 more of those coming up, the first Friday in July and the first Friday in August. And then we have activities planned all through the year until next June. We will be hosting the Chamber Coffee in April. We have a major gala that's going to happen in June. We do the storytelling, spirits, legends, and lore at the it will be in the Lee Dixon's Black Box Theater,
yes,
the small one.
Mm-hmm.
And we have several other things going on. We will be giving away the grant money to teachers who write grants and submit them for their children's activities in classrooms. We have activities planned for the entire year, accenting on something each month. And we are hoping that through these activities, that we can help the whole region know that this Arts Council is promoting the arts in our schools, in our local organizations, such as the museum and the library. We want more arts activities. We want the arts to touch every life, every family, every community in the region where we here live. And so we're working hard on this 25th silver anniversary. It's a quarter century of culture. And we're just delighted to be 25 years down the road, to have been able to have projects like Cherry's Jubilee and input those kinds of dollars directly into the classrooms of your children. We are excited about this year. Please be looking at our website and on the chamber calendar for notice about activities. We will have a theater production in January. We're going to spend the whole year really concentrating on making you aware and sharing the arts, visual, theatrical, dance, musical, sharing the arts with you and your families in Cleveland and Bradley County.
And this is going to be so much fun because every month there will be something.
Yes.
And I'll have Connie on more than this time because she'll call me and she'll say, I've got October, November, and December planned. And I'll say, fantastic, what are we going to do? And she'll come on and tell us about it. So every month you need to be aware that we're doing something. Now, she mentioned the First Friday Festival that we had the first Friday in June. We'll have one July the 7th. 2 great bands are going to be performing. That starts at 6 o'clock. Bring your lawn chair because that concrete gets awful hard with the quilt on it. And there's food vendors and a lot of nice things going on there. And then the first Friday in August, and then after that we have some other things planned. So this is going to be exciting. So the 25th anniversary is the silver.
It's our silver anniversary. I think of it as a quarter century of culture for Cleveland and Bradley County.
Maybe we should have used that theme instead of Art is Here. I don't know.
You're going to see T-shirts and funeral fans with our logo, Art is Here, because we feel like it is. We just want to get the word out that it's here for you to experience, to come and enjoy, to participate in, to help put together all kinds of ways. Art is here, and we want you to be a part.
Absolutely. And Connie mentioned earlier that if you're interested in helping us with the arts, if you'll just call down at the chamber, 472-6587, and ask to speak to Tammy, she can kind of write a name and phone number down for us, and somebody from the council will get back in touch with you and see what what aspect of the arts you're interested in. Because as Connie said, we have visual arts, we have movement arts, we have writing, we have storytelling. The arts they encompass a whole lot of things. So we want to encourage people who feel artistic about anything like that.
Even artistic to the point of being an audience member.
Yes.
That's a very, very important part of the process.
It is. That's almost like huggers for Special Olympics. You got to have them.
Yes.
So we want huggers in the audience to help us when we do these events. And things will be happening. Like Connie said, each month something's going to be planned, and it's kind of like we don't want to tell it all today.
Exactly.
Because if we tell it all today, then there's no need to talk about it anymore except to remind you. So that's not what we want to do. So when I introduced Connie, I told you she's also Cleveland Ballet, Cleveland City Ballet, and Bangarang Productions, and she has some summer camps coming up.
Well, yes, we do. We try to keep busy during the summer because for these growing girls, they need to keep moving. They need to keep their bodies and their core strength up. They need to keep themselves moving, and camps are just fun.
They are.
Great fun. This week we have going on a musical theater camp. One of our instructors is very involved in musical theater and musical theater direction, and she's doing a camp this week. Give the studio a call, 472-0167, or check out the Facebook, Cleveland City Ballet, and you can sign up immediately. We also have tap classes this week. Tap is such a great, fun thing to learn. Boys love tap because they make noise.
That's right.
Most boys love to make noise. And I can remember Abigail going down the halls of the grocery store, tapping all the way. Tapping is great fun. And the best thing about the genre of tap is that you can tap when you're 65.
That's true.
You can tap your entire life. So it's a great skill to learn. Once we get into the school year, which begins August 14, we have adult tap and adult ballet because it's fun. It's good for you. It keeps your body moving, and we don't, for ballet, you don't have to wear leotards. You can wear sweatpants and a sweatshirt. For tap, you can wear whatever you choose except with tap shoes for the adults. Now, for the children, of course, they have to wear appropriate class attire. We also have this summer going on ballet technique and we have technique and conditioning. The technique and conditioning classes are really strong for any child who would like to get into a ballet class, and they didn't grow up doing ballet, but they get to be 10 or 11, and they said, we want to learn to dance. So it's a great way to begin this summer, technique and conditioning, and getting yourself aligned with the thoughts of ballet technique and how to approach it, how to accomplish it. We have great instructors that I'm extremely proud of, and that's going on also. Please check our Facebook, Cleveland City Ballet, and the website is clevelandcityballet.com.
I had someone I was talking to the other day. I took ballet for Miss Tensie McCamish in downtown Athens. I know first position, second position, third position, fourth position, fifth position. And I took ballet till I was about 10 years old. I was also playing tennis. And finally my mother looked at me and said, you need to concentrate on tennis.
There you go.
You've got a better shot at doing something with tennis than you do with ballet. But it is good. It's good for your posture. I catch myself sometimes when I'm sitting. I think, oh, Miss Tensie would not be tickled because I'm doing this instead of this. And it's also good for poise.
Yes, it is.
And it's good for balance.
Yes, it is.
So now tell me a little bit about these adult classes you're going to offer. I'm not saying I'm signing up, but I'm curious.
They happen later in the evening, I think 6 or 7. The schedule is still a work in progress, but it's close. Making a schedule is like herding cats.
Oh, I can
It's
imagine.
a little crazy, but it's close. And the adult classes are a little later. Everybody's welcome. They laugh, they have a good time, and it's just a designated time of the week where you're going to go and you're going to stretch and you're going to move and you're going to learn something new. And it's good for all kinds of adults. It's good to keep that brain learning.
It is, and your body moving.
Yes,
it really
it is.
Now tell them where you're located.
We have a great place. When we were taking our daughter to Pennsylvania and Virginia and all of these various places, we just learned a lot about studios. And when we found the old woolen mill, it has wooden floors. The second floor is wooden. From underneath the first floor, you can look up and see wooden beams and wooden joists, and it's all wooden. And when a child begins to weigh 70, 80 pounds and they're leaping on concrete,
No.
it's not a good thing. So when they leap on these wooden floors, the floors give. You can feel the give in the floor, and it's a much healthier place. We have been now in the second floor of the old woolen mill we're beginning our 11th year.
Wow.
In fact, Cleveland City Ballet is celebrating its 80th anniversary this year. Miss Frances Gould, just right over here down a couple of blocks, began teaching this studio in 1937. So we are 80 years old. We are the oldest arts-based business in Tennessee.
Wow.
So we're very proud of that. And we have, once we got into the woolen mill, we built it out. We have a great size, large studio. We have 3 smaller studios that accommodates classes of up to 12 to 15. We have a great little shop. We have a big lobby for parents. It's off-street parking, and it's glass doors. Mama's got a baby in the back seat. She can let the 5-year-old out and watch this 5-year-old in the door and upstairs into the lobby.
Very important.
It's a very safe space for our children, and we love it. It's a great studio place, and we love it.
It is.
I have
It's a
2
wonderful
amazing volunteer helpers, Michael and his wife Amelia Brock. They have all those skills I do not have. Michael began his career working in a bank, and Amelia's a vice principal at an elementary school. I have trouble adding 2 and 2 and getting 5, so I love it that we have this extra help with numbers, but we are now a 501c3. We got that accomplished last
Fantastic.
year. So we just, we're just having a great time.
And it's a great
It's a great
organization and a great facility. And we're excited to have Connie on with us today. So like I said, I'll have her back on a couple of times to update us
Great.
on new activities that the Allied Arts Council is going to do.
Great.
So Connie, thank you so much
Can
for
I
being with
say
me.
one more thing?
One more thing. Here
One
we
more
go.
thing. We have our open house the Sunday after July 4th, and that would be a Sunday, July 9,
Okay.
from 2 to 4. We have cake and goodies. We will have the schedule completed. The teachers will be there. Parents and students can meet their teachers. It's just a good time to catch up and have a piece of cake and get your schedule for the coming year and meet. We have a new teacher coming on,
Oh,
so
good.
they will get to meet her.
Fantastic.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Connie. I appreciate that. Folks, don't go away. Be sure you watch our commercials and you support our sponsors because they help pay our bills. And we'll be right back with another guest. So don't go away.